Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are safe and well. Now, in our today's video, we'll start the topic that is PT cash book, and this PT cash book discussed in our previous video. And in this previous video, we had already discussed the simple PT cash book, and now comes towards the another one that is analytical PT cash book. This analytical PT cash book we will discuss today. So let's proceed towards the analytical PT cash book. An analytical petty cash book has two sides. Left hand side is used for recording receipts of cash and right hand side is used for recording payments. In this cash book, a separate column is provided for recording a particular item of expenditure, that is postage, stationery, advertisement, conveyance, etc. So you can see the table that this is analytical petty cash book, and this analytical petty cash book having two sides. First one that is left hand side and second one that is right hand side. And in left hand side we'll record the receipts of cash which we'll receive from the head cashier or main cashier, and this is the date in which we record the date of the transactions. This is the column of voucher number, and this is the column of particulars in which we record the details of receipts and expenses, and this is the right hand side column in which we record all the payments being incurred in an organization or the business. And now this is the analytical cash book in which will prescribe or will provide the informations of particular expenses. So here the total payments which is incurred in a business, this will be recorded here, and out of this payment how much expenses being incurred in a conveyance, that will be recorded here. How much expenses being incurred in cartage, that will be recorded here. How much expenses being incurred in stationery, that will be recorded here. How much expenses incurred in postage or courier, that will be recorded here. So here we'll record the particular expenses, that is the expenses which is incurred in conveyance. The total expenses of conveyance will be recorded in conveyance column. The total expenses which is incurred in cartage, these total expenses of cartage will be recorded in cartage column. The total expenses of stationery will be recorded in stationery column, and postage and courier expenses will be recorded in postage and courier column, through which we can identify that the particular expenses and the heads of expenses with the help of analytical cash flow. And those expenses which will not go in conveyance, cartage, stationery, postage, the all expenses other than these columns will be recorded in sundries. In this column, we'll record the other expenses like refreshment will be recorded in a stationary column. Why? Because we cannot record this refreshment in conveyance, we cannot record in cartage, we cannot record in stationery, we cannot record in postage or courier, isn't it? So except these all expenses, the other expenses will be recorded in sundry column. So I hope you all have understood the specimen or format of PT cash book. And now proceed with the question. It is quite similar to simple cash book which we had already discussed in a previous video, and now this is the question of analytical cash book. So prepare an analytical cash book on the Impress system from the following. Now comes towards the transaction, that is January 1st, received for petty cash. That means a head cashier provided 10,000 rupees to petty cashier, and the entry how we will record in petty cash book. You can see here, that is the format of petty cash book, and here we will record to cash account January 1st, that is what a 10,000 rupees. This is the column of voucher number, and we record the voucher number here. And now proceed towards the another transaction, that is paid metro fare on January 2nd, that is what a 50 rupees. So here I will record on January 2nd, you can see by conveyance 50 rupees is being recorded in total payments, and this being transferred in a conveyance account, or will post this item in conveyance account also to find out how much expenses being incurred in conveyance. At the end of the month, we can get that how much total expenses being incurred in conveyance. For that, we'll record this payment in conveyance also. Okay, and now proceed towards the another transaction, that is paid cartage January 2nd, that is 250 rupees, and this again transfer to cartage account. You can see in January 2nd, that is by cartage 250 rupees. In payment side we have shown, and this also being shown in column of cartage worth rupees 250. And now proceed towards the another transaction, that is paid for postage on January 3rd amounting to rupees 500. Now you just see that January 3rd, voucher number 3, by postage 500 rupees being recorded by INA payment side, and this also being recorded by INA postage to find out how much postage expenses been incurred during this month. Okay, for that purpose we'll record in postage column also. And now proceed towards the another transaction, that is January 3rd, paid wages for casual laborers worth rupees 600. So you can see in particulars we have recorded on January 4th by wages worth rupees 600 rupees. Okay, and this wages which is being paid to casual laborers cannot go in conveyance, cannot go in the column of cartage, cannot go in the column of stationery, cannot record it in the column of postage, and we cannot record it in the column of particulars, or not being recorded in telephone expenses column. So these wages will be recorded in sundries column amounting to rupees 600. Okay, and now proceed towards the another transaction, that is paid for the stationery what are 400 rupees. So this stationery being incurred with a 400 rupees. So we'll write on January 4th by stationery worth rupees 400 being recorded by in a payment side, and again this will be shown in a particular column of stationery for rupees 400 here. And now proceed towards the another transaction, that is January 4th paid to auto charges worth rupees 200. So again we can show this transaction here also with an entry of January 4th by conveyance rupees 200, and these expenses of auto charges will be recorded in conveyance column of rupees 200 here. Now proceed towards the another transactions, that is paid for repairs of chairs worth rupees 1500. Right now we are paying for repairs of chairs, so we'll record in payment side with an entry of by repairs worth rupees 1500, and these payments we can record in repair column of rupees 1500 like this. Now proceed towards the another one, that is paid bus fare of rupees 100 rupees. So this also being recorded in a conveyance column with an entry of by conveyance. Will record 100 in total payments column, and again will do the same, will record 100 in conveyance column. And now proceed towards the paid cartage worth rupees 400 on January 5th. So we'll do the same thing. We'll record on January 5th by cartage of rupees 400, and this being recorded in a cartage column also to find out how much cartage expenses being incurred during this month. Okay, so this being recorded 400 in cartage column also. Now proceed towards the another one, that is by postage worth rupees 700. So again this postage expenses will be recorded on January 6th with an entry of by postage 700 will be recorded in a total payments column, and again what we'll do, we'll record this 700 in postage column to find out total postage expenses being incurred during the month or whatever the specified period being prescribed by the head cashier. And now proceed towards the another expenses, that is paid for conveyance charges worth rupees 300. So you can see that this January 6 by conveyance 300 being recorded in total payments column, and we'll do the same thing, we'll record these expenses in conveyance column also worth rupees 300. Now proceed towards the another transaction, January 6 paid cartage worth rupees 300. So you can see that we have recorded this transaction on January 6th with an entry of by cartage account 300 rupees in total payments column, and we'll do the same, we'll record in cartage column also worth rupees 300. And now proceed towards the last transactions of January 6th, that is paid telephone bill of rupees 200. So we'll do the same, we'll record this telephone bill expenses of rupees 200 in January 6th by telephone expenses of 200 rupees, and being recorded also in telephone expenses column worth rupees 200. And now we'll add the all expenses here, and after adding all the expenses we find out that the expenses being incurred within a week is what are 5550 rupees. At the end of the week the total expenses is 5500 rupees, isn't it? And we can find out total conveyance being incurred 650, we can find out total cartage being incurred 950, total stationery being incurred 400 rupees, total postage being incurred 1200 rupees, total repairs being incurred 1500 rupees, total telephone expenses being incurred within a week is 200 rupees, and total sundries, that means other than this all five expenses being recorded in sundries. So these expenses is what are 600 rupees at the end of the week, and the total expenses is what are 500 5500 rupees, isn't it? And at the completion of this week we'll do the balancing, that means by balance carried down, that is 4500, that means 10,000 we have received from the head cashier at the beginning of the week, and at the end of the week the total expenses being incurred, that is 5500, and the balancing amount is what are 4500 in the hand of PT cashier. Okay, so this balancing figure being transferred to day next opening day of the week, that means on 7th Jan, to balance brought down with an entry of 4500, and again we'll take our money from head cashier or main cashier what are 5500 rupees with an entry of to cash account, and we know very well that impressed amount is what are 10,000 for a week. So we'll maintain this 10,000 by carrying cash or getting cash of 5500 rupees from the head cashier or main cashier. So this is very easy to understand. The receipts which we get from the head cashier will be recorded in a left hand side in the receipt column, and whatever expenses being incurred, these all expenses will be recorded in the total payments column, and these all expenses being categorized in different expenses, and through which we can find out the total expenses of conveyance, total expenses of cartage, total expenses of stationery, total expenses of postage, total expenses of repairs, and total expenses of telephone expenses we can find out through the help of PT cash book. And this is the analytical PT cash book which we have discussed right now. I hope you all have understood the concept clearly. So that's all for the today's class. Thanks for listening, and as always, God bless you all.